We've talked Miami. We've talked Ole Miss. This thing's razor thin for me. But I'm going to go with the one-game advantage in favor of Ole Miss. And I think it's the front end of the schedule that does it for me. They build some confidence. They stack some wins early. I'm going to give Ole Miss 9-3. I'm going to give Miami 8-4, just because I think all of the newness still with Miami and a lot of that hype that's warranted in some areas is not necessarily going to lead to wins this season. I'm going to give Ole Miss the slight edge, G-Mac. As far as these two teams are concerned this upcoming season, which direction are you going to go?
I'm going Miami. Right now, you could talk about the front of the schedule, all that stuff. A&M, don't get me wrong, like, that's tricky. I get all that. But I also acknowledge, too, that every single game in Miami's division is extremely winnable. So I think Miami's chances in going at worst 6-2 in the ACC, at worst now, are pretty dang high. Ole Miss's chances of going 6-2 in the SEC, it's tough for me to predict that. I think 4-4 is more likely, right? About average, because I think everyone's about average for the most part. So I would lean Miami almost exclusively because of the division that they play in and the fact that every time they show up, they have, well, not every time, but a lot of the time they show up, they're going to have an athletic advantage against the team that they're playing against. So I'm going to go Miami. I think they're about 9-3. I think Ole Miss is probably 7-5, 8-4. But on the upside for Ole Miss, could be 9 wins very easily. But on the downside, it could get pretty ugly. So I think Miami's a little more predictable, a little bit more I know what I'm going to get. So I'm going to take the bird in the hand as opposed to the bird in the bush and go with the Hurricanes slightly.